Welcome, everybody, to Wolves After Dark. Timberwolves win, and they go up 3-0 on the Phoenix Suns, who they were 0-3 against in the regular season. If you're new here, subscribe, like the channel, leave a comment. Let us know if you think we're going to get reverse swept. Just kidding. Just kidding. But oh my goodness. Yes, Uno reverse card deployed. Ashwin, how are you feeling? Are we feeling like it's over, or are we feeling like we're keeping a steady head?
Oh, I think it's over, my friend. I feel like I told you, like I didn't think it would be this version of the Wolves. This version of the Suns. We might be talking more Suns than Wolves in this game, honestly. But didn't think it'd be this in our favor, this far off the fulcrum of the series. I am overjoyed that we have seen every version of the squad from the beginning of the season to peaking. When I thought we were calling flat, like blatantly falling flat towards the end of the season, and like we were worried about even health and how we would reintegrate Cat. Turns out we were so deep. These squads that have like put in $200 million for 3.5 players can't do what they want to do against us. And every team went small. We went big. We doubled down with the Naz Reid contract. And it's time to just shine and bask in our greatness, dude. This is remarkable, Cameron. This is remarkable. 3-0 against Phoenix. The worst matchup? What was that, Cameron? What did you say? The worst matchup against us?
Everybody go replay the playoff series preview and go leave a comment and tell me how dumb I am, because I thought we had barely a chance at winning a single game. Now, I was basing that off of the regular season, which obviously makes sense. We were 0-3 to them, and it wasn't even close. But the thing that I keep thinking to myself is Finch has brought this team and motivated this team to play in the playoffs and change things up against a team that you were struggling mightily against. But man, this is a big indictment on top heavy teams, because we were talking about this last stream, but like look at Denver, look at us. Like we've got kind of similar teams where it's like you don't have like a big three. It's like maybe two good, really, really top tier players, but then everybody else is pretty solid all the way down to like 7, 8, 9. So it's kind of what you need. Now, unfortunately, if we make it to the next round, it's them that we play. But it's showing a new way, and I like to be on the bleeding edge of that, which we are. Shout out to Crone, 5 gifted in the chat.
Shout out to all of you guys. It's 12:30 in the morning at minimum. It's ridiculous. It's the next day. We play on Sunday, Cameron, and it's kind of it's time to change the guard. Like I think ESPN, the media, NBA.com, like even like the Low Post and Bill Simmons, they have to stop talking about the old guard. They're done.
Yeah. They're over.
Katie, they had 4 minutes of pent up energy that they went with, and it was a close game. They were getting a ton of fucking favorable calls all game long. They basically said anyone who was hot, let's get them out of the game. Remember last game, let's get Jaden in foul trouble in 2 seconds. Like really, really soft calls, and we persevered through it. Actually, it was incredible. We were up 2 at the end of the first quarter, and every one of our bigs was in foul trouble.
Yeah,
Cameron, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried.
Well, that's amazing for you.
Okay, well, thanks, man.
I'm worried this entire game. There was not a point, even when we were up by 25.
Okay, so like from here up, I was not worried, but down below, I was shaking like a motherfucker. Okay, I'll own up to that. But just to see the grit of this team once again, I'm like not even saying anything new. Just like persevere through all adversity. We're seeing some really stupid calls and really stupid like plays from every team out in the East, and like the Embiids and the like just mucking things up. And we were kind of expecting that. And then to see that Booker thing on Towns was so uncalled for, and it went against us. And we went through it all.
Yeah, what? That was so weird.
we went through all of that adversity and like kept a lead, built our lead at half, and then in the third quarter extended that lead to basically saying peace out Suns in 4 or Wolves in 4, and yeah, and then like a closer in Ant in the fourth quarter, right? Like it was incredible to watch, and they were out of energy with like 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. They were just struggling. They had to go to Bowl. In the fourth quarter, they had to reach out to Okogie. And Okogie was like, oh, that's a good idea to get Okogie to like full court press Ant. But it didn't do anything. And in fact, that he got kicked out. Like that was sad.
Yeah.
But
that was kind of
Okogie. I'm just saying, like, man, they are out of options. They stopped going to Nurkic. They had like they didn't take us out of our rhythm. And if you are trying to stop Ant, we have shooters galore. It's wild. It's crazy. It's insane. And there it is.
Oh man.
Not the big balls dance, but it might as well be.
Seriously. Also, shout out Eric. Sorry, you've put 5 gifted in there as well. We were talking. I appreciate you as well, Eric. Everybody like the stream. Get to 100 likes, we'll do a giveaway.
Whoa.
My goodness.
Whoa. You were talking about Denver and you're talking about Timberwolves and how our teams are structured. Yeah, Denver kind of got younger a little bit, right? With their Peyton Watsons and their Christian Browns.
That's a huge hit for them.
While it's a huge hit for them, it's showing out in droves against the athletic or lack of athletic Los Angeles Lakers. Denver can be faster than the Lakers. It's crazy. Our team, we're a blend, right? We're a blend of old and new and old and young. And our athletes are just able to endure the 40. Like Ant barely sat, if at all, in the second half. KD was on fumes, was walking up and down the court. Booker was, he fell down 50 times. He couldn't march up the court at all. It was crazy. They had to rely on Beal, who was a non-factor and has been mostly a non-factor all series
until the end of the garbage time fourth quarter, and then it was just us leaving him open, which we should talk about too. But still, that was his moment to shine, basically.
Yeah, this is the greatest team in Timberwolves history. And I'm not even speaking hyperbole. I've seen it all.
Mm-hmm.
And this team's special. Jim Pete said it. This team's special. Kendrick Perkins is now tweeting about us on the regular. Look at that. It's not even just a shirt. It's an actual tweet. Oh, is it from you?
It's from me.
This team's special, man. And it's just a lot of good energy. And we're playing the right way. We're not actually you're looking at Booker, you're looking at Embiid, you're looking at all these fucking players around the league, and you're like, am I rooting for that team? Am I rooting for that player? Am I actually sitting here being like, wow, this guy's gonna change my my basketball fandom? No, they're killing the fan. They're killing the game by flopping for calls, man.
Yeah, they're
crazy.
They are. Shout out Ryan, let's go, Brooms. Yeah, and it's just so satisfying. I know I've been kind of a sicko. And I maybe shouldn't do this, but it's just very satisfying to look at the fans and to see them devastated, because we've been that for 20 years.
Yeah, we've been that.
We've done that and we've seen it, and we've even been on the other side where we're like, hey, we're coming out of it. It's going to be our time now. We've suffered for 10 years. Just kidding. Send another 10 years in. Seriously. It's like, I don't know. It's just very it's a crazy feeling to see this. And to have some, I was only kind of joking about being nervous, because I was nervous most of the game, but to be able to kind of have some amount of confidence in the team as they're playing, like you're talking about, like all of our players basically had 2 fouls after the first quarter. And it was like, there's still this kind of confidence because all season we've won, we've persevered, and we've just figured out ways to win. Maybe it's not as polished as the ways of a Denver team. And I sorry to keep bringing up Denver, but maybe it's not as polished as something like that. But it's showing signs of that. And that's what's super, super promising to me, because June said it in the comments, Tim Conley, 10 out of 10. Tim Conley is spreading some kind of an aura around the team and has done it to 2 teams now. So it's it's becoming interesting. But, my goodness.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
I don't know if you were watching, you're probably watching both broadcasts because you're a spoiled motherfucker, but just watching leadership, like you're seeing Ant, the young Ant, right, taking on a leadership role, taking on the alpha dog of this team, taking on the player who has to do the most with with every possession, and he's not like pouting when he's like off his game like in game 2. He's not pouting when he's like having to defer and pass. Like every young player wants to establish themselves as something, right? Get that next contract. It's,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
live for that moment and get all the notoriety and all the attention. And he's like, all right, I have everything I need and I have my team with me. And we're playing this new philosophy where it's not about me, it's about we. It's not about me, it's about our team. And he makes the right reads. He sees the double team coming. He pulls out to the half court. He's making the right plays as a vet, as a 4-year player, right? Like he's doing everything. Despite a couple turnovers here and there, like he's making cross court passes that like these players don't make, right? The Lucas will make because that's what he's done since he's 13. But like Ant has never been a passer and a facilitator, and now he's doing it and he's grooming into this role that's not just a star, it's not even just a superstar, it's like a face of not just our team, but the NBA. It's gonna be incredible to see. It's gonna be so much fun to ride this wave of Ant into the new generation of players. It's incredibly like I'm super gassed up right by winning. We were up 3-0, but I don't think I'm speaking in hyperbole here. I think this is actually what's happening. I think this is like the next teams are needing to be talked about and promoted and respected because these other teams, they're getting fucking swept. How often were we just like reading about LeBron and his hairline and reading about AD and his unibrow and how he can fit in? Ooh, he played 71 fucking games. They're getting swept.
Yeah. Embarrassingly so.
Embarrassingly so.
And so are the Suns. I mean, the Suns have not really been close. Like this is, you're right. Like this is a changing of the guard. It is time to celebrate that. And it's good that I think we're seeing that a little bit. We're seeing the national media really start to hype up our players, especially Ant. But like the whole team is getting recognized now. I mean, every day now. I get that we're in the playoffs, and this is just what happens when you're in the playoffs, and especially when you win. But like going on YouTube and just like clicking around to dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of like post-game links, or not post-game links, well, post-game links, but also like just seeing like ESPN clips, podcast clips of people just talking about the Timberwolves and being like, oh my gosh, I was wrong about Rudy Gobert. Oh my gosh, Ant is going to be the face of the league. Oh my gosh, like, maybe I was wrong on Towns. There's all these people aren't saying that, but there's all these different things going on. It's just like, it's incredible.
Tom Nash, that is insane. Minnesota has been so mediocre at best for our entire existence as a state. Like sports be damned. Like we've just been stuck in the middle, and it's incredible to see this. This feels sustainable, Cameron. This is not just a fluke. This is not just a one series, 3 games. That's it. This feels sustainable, man.
I agree. It's hard to deny. The only thing, and I'm not going to get too deep into this kind of conversation just yet, but like the only thing I worry about is the next series. If it is against Denver, assuming it's against Denver and assuming we win, that's a tough series, but I'm not like totally out on that series. It's just that we have a tough path to victory.
Oh yeah.
But in ways, I think the players said this. I can't remember who said this on the team, but maybe it was Rudy. But it's like, we would like, what better way to go through the playoffs and beat all of the teams that have been problems for you? If you can do that along the way, and then rivals and all this stuff, it's like, that's exciting. So what do you I mean, oh wait, actually before I have you do more, there's a post-game Ant interview.
Go.
It's a phone recording, so I hope that we don't get banned, but it's quick, so hopefully we'll do that.
Don't ban us, YouTube.
Also, I got to make sure I don't know, I can't turn up the volume anymore. It's at max volume.
In this league, with the idea of getting that last one is always the most difficult, right? Like to get rid of a proud team.
I've never been here, so I don't know. I can't speak about how tough it is. I mean, I can just come out here and play my game and have my guys ready and be ready to win. I don't know how tough it is. I haven't won a series yet. I've been sent home twice, so I'm thirsty to get it. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna come out and BS around.
I love that. I love that answer.
Wow, what a crazy
The
answer.
immediacy too, in which he kind of dismisses it too, because he's
No, what a
like,
stupid
"No,
question.
I haven't won." Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Guess what? He's 22 years old. That's
Guess what?
fantastic.
Rudy Gobert is making his freaking free throws all series long.
Dude.
He's been 90% from the line.
He's going to be 50, 40, 90. Well, he hasn't shot a three.
Yeah,
He could be 50, 190.
How about that transition shit from Gobert again?
Let's please stop that. Though.
Let's stop that.
That is really annoying, and it's fun when we're maybe up by 25. But like that, he's doing the Towns thing where he takes like you give him an inch and he takes like 10 feet because he's like, oh, okay, I got the one last game.
That's a stride.
Let me cook, and I am the point guard now.
Yeah, he said that after the first game, after the first quarter, he said he practices it. I want Finch to be like 24/7 in the gym for any sort of workout or anything. No more of that, Gobert. But that's all right.
Oh, gosh!
Wow, incredible.
Well, I know we're deep into the show. Make sure you are liking the stream, subscribing, guys. We do this after every single game. We're going to be doing this after all the playoff games. We're going to be doing ticket giveaways. We already did ticket giveaways for the first round. We're going to do some more ticket giveaways for the next round. So you guys got to be subscribed to do that. Join the Discord somewhere in there. Should we maybe get to the tier list?
Yeah, I'm making it now.
Perfect. You make that.
No, but we're good. We're good.
You're good. Okay.
Posting in as Guy, and then also posting as me.
Guy and me.
All right. I'm gonna friends and family.
I'm pinning
my uncle's
your family's watching.
My cousins are tuning in.
Well, I'll be on my best behavior.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe I haven't already. Sorry to Ashwin's family.
I'll post it one more time. Sorry for the spam, everyone, but we'll also share our screen momentarily. Let's get to the tier list. What we do nightly here.
We do it nightly.
We do it nightly. Whoa, Cameron!
I already ruined it.
Richard Jefferson was doing something with a thick load, he said, and
really,
yeah. And then they were on it for another 30 seconds. It was so dumb. Anyways,
I missed that. I was listening to just Grady. Thank goodness.
Good. It was a very awkward.
Whoa, widescreen.
Oh. I hope that's okay. That is very wide.
It's because it's on your full wide monitor, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't know why it's like this, but moving forward. Also, let's get that comment out of here.
I can't see it at all.
You can't even see it. I'll try to.
Here, wait. I can maybe do something to fix it. Or actually, you might have to do that from your end. I'm not sure. But
oh boy, oh boy.
Is there something that I can I do it from my end?
Hey, let's try this one. It's probably the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
It's very similar. I can share it from my end though.
Hey, okay, cool. Do what you need to do on this tier list. It's everyone join that link, click that link. It's not an ad, or if there's ads, please I'm sorry about that. You don't have to sign up or anything. No, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Yeah. You have to sign up or anything, and basically, there are these colors to the left. It's like a little rainbow colors gradient where you will grade every player instantly, and you'll lock it in. I actually can't move these players myself. What we used to do was do that. It's all completely up to you guys, and we are just going to participate with you. We'll talk about each player for an Anthony Hollis amount of time, and then we'll move on to the next one. So right now we have to grade Ant, and then once we grade Ant, it'll go into our little queue of a tier list. We'll go through all players because everyone basically played except for TJ Warren. Shout out TJ Warren.
Shout out Bubble God.
Bubble God, yeah. And boy, wow, yeah. And he used to play for Phoenix, so he's the reason why we're 3-0. I bet.
We need to play him as the closer in Game 4.
But we're gonna then see everyone's results. Whoa, Garza. Okay. And we'll compare our list to everyone else's list. So far, we have 25 of you. Let's make that let's make that 60. Let's get 60 of you guys in. That'd be incredible.
Click the pinned link. It's pinned in chat, and it'll take you there. Probably best to use it on another device, but you can do whatever you'd like. And if you want to go through quick and come back, you can do that.
We have 185 people, almost 200 people here. We can get to at least 60. I know there's at least 120 Elon Musks in here, but the other 80, we can get 60 of you to not even just like, share, subscribe, comment. I don't know, whatever you do, talk about whatever you want to do, but also just click that link and let's do this together because it's super fun. And it's always fun to see the total results. Yo, Ant was incredible. And it might not actually look like it on the box score, but turns out like he got cooking in the fourth quarter, and so he had 36 points, right? But coming into that fourth quarter, it wasn't really like exceptional. However, he was the best player in the court, man.
Yep.
He played the most out of everyone, 43 minutes, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, exceptional defense. He only hit 1 3. And I think he could have had double the amount of free throws because I'm super biased. But he went to the line 11 out of 11 times. And I'll give you the grade. I'll give you the time here. But it was just an exceptional floor game, an exceptional general game. He didn't have to take over at any given point, except for when the game became like 13. Like a 13-point lead. Let's get Ant back in, and he took over. He took it over and nipped the game in the butt.
He did. Gerald, we already showed this video. It's just a different angle of it. Okay. First, who do we want to do first? Ant? I guess we're doing Ant. Sorry, I'm distracted by Gerald. Gerald, stop tagging me. I mean, this was a fantastic game from Ant, like you said, even though I wasn't listening. But no, it was he was getting calls late as well. And at first I thought they were kind of bailout calls, but then as they were showing the replays on ESPN, which they did not do on Valley, by the way, but on ESPN, I was like, okay, these actually are fouls. And these are things that happen to Ant every single game. They're just calling it now for some reason in game 3, a pivotal game 3 for Phoenix and us. But pretty good. This is a fantastic game. Of course, we still got some turnovers in there. But this stat line, this game, he took over in moments where we needed him. Of course, it's not like an A1 to me. I mean, the celebration is A1. The celebration is A1. I love it. But also, he's going to get fined. And then I don't know where to put him, though. I almost feel like it's an A. Is that too low?
Yeah, I think it's pretty low.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm just going off of because, again, we make the rules, so we can do whatever the heck we want, and everybody else can cry about it. But based off of expectations coming into the game, of course, this is a good game, but I also don't think this is it's game 3, and he kind of closed it out. Maybe I'm talking myself out of my A now.
This is a cash game, man, with an A1 celebration. Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have to. I forgot how to grade.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Boom.
Sorry. Just looking at stats, man, 36, 9, 5. And he could have had 11, 12 assists. He could have had 11, 12 rebounds. People were just not making shots.
Yeah.
Yep. And Naz took a while to get going. Missed his first few threes. Conley was kind of a shell of himself until he rose to the occasion in the second quarter. And Cat, we're getting to Cat next. He started pretty fucking hot, and he was the one who was let's go through me and run through me. And it's so fun and versatile, and they can't game plan for anything. You shut down Ant, we have Cat. You shut down Cat, you double Cat, we have Ant.
Yes.
You shut down both, we have all of our other perimeter players, and then if you really need to, we have Gobert in the middle. And you're watching everyone kind of play in sync and unison. Karl-Anthony Towns was a part of the equation. I was a little worried that there would be a little bit of stray because there's a little bit of cockiness and arrogance, and we're up 2-0. How are we going to play? And I was a little worried about that. Karl-Anthony Towns shut me up. He only played 24 minutes, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Go ahead.
I think he's played sub 26 minutes for every single game. So we're unintentionally minute restricting him from his injury return, and we're winning the games. This is seriously early game. I was when he started hitting shots like that in the beginning, I was like, this is over. We're going to win, because it's if Cat is going to be hitting shots like this early, opening up the game for literally the entire team.
Yeah.
It's over for Phoenix. This is the thing about this team. We talked about it way early in the season. I think I stole this from Dane Moore. Sorry, Dane. But it's if you hit the parlay of everyone on the team playing their role, you're unstoppable. You're unstoppable. But how often does that happen? That was to be seen going into the season. And now we're here. The parlay is hit 59 times or whatever. Maybe not 59, but like in the playoffs, it's working. 18 points, 13 rebounds. He ended up 6 or 7 of 16, but like so much of that shot making was early and helped out the rest of the team. I mean, Na doesn't score what he scores without Cat doing that. Ant doesn't score what he scores without that. So it's a huge part of the game. I feel like this was such a solid game for Cat. I guess I'm still kind of. Am I crazy for like leaning A again? Is that too low?
No, I don't think so, because I think what he did in his minutes, he excelled in his role. You know what's so funny? You can't put Eric Gordon on Cat. You can't put Royce O'Neal on Cat. He's learning to play a little bit like his size again. Remember rookie Cat? Oh, I loved and miss it so dearly.
I know.
He's surfing and singing it back in small doses. And I think I was very scared, especially at the start of the game, where he was driving to the rim without success, and I think he was playing a very hyper, just a very hyper game. And I think he settled down after like a quick timeout. There was like a couple fouls that went his way, or didn't go his way, but like he was very, very chill. And I think maybe he played himself off the court, but he got 10 points quick, and he was like, okay. The attention is on Ant. The attention is on our 3-point shooters. Jaden can't get going apparently, so Cat has to come, and he came ready. And I think this is an A like performance from Cat. I'm very impressed, and I will say, I think the whistle was so unkind and so unjust and just so terrible for him. Yeah. He maybe had 1-2 dumb plays, and he had a couple really bad like passes. But like he wants to inject himself in the game, and I get it. And it's like it's hard to be on pressing the brake sometimes. But like, just an incredible effort. And this is a team game. He's buying in, and this is the furthest he'll ever go is with that concept, and not a me versus a we take.
What Charlie Barley says, I'll take this Cat game every game.
Yeah,
100%. All right, he's an A. I think that's what we came to conclusion on.
Yeah.
And Gerald, Cat could have had 40 tonight. He really could have. Especially if if they didn't call 2 fouls on every single one on our team, I think we were there. But cool.
Boy, that was
okay, thank you, Anthony.
He let up the whistle. Isn't that insane? They let off that whistle. They got everyone in foul trouble, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not going to foul you up because that'd just be too obvious."
Yeah. All right.
They tried.
Looks like the tier god has selected Rudy Gobert next. Rudy, man, 19 points, 14 rebounds, 1 fast break, 1 tragic Bronson, but 7 of 8 on his free throws. Again, there has been no thought in Phoenix's mind of hack a Rudy this series, and he just continues to be a monster, a mismatch, a problem for the opponents, just like he has all season long. And it's continuing into the playoffs, silencing doubters. Critics are changing their tune in real time. Tune into ESPN tomorrow and watch them talk about how Rudy is changing this team.
Now they'll be talking about LeBron. Don't worry about it.
They'll be talking LeBron. Actually, that's right, because that is that game tomorrow.
Yeah.
They will be talking about LeBron then.
5 minutes before our tip-off, they'll be talking about Rudy Gobert a little bit.
maybe a little bit early next week, Monday, Tuesday, after LeBron is gone. No, they'll still be talking about LeBron and his legacy and where he's going to go next and why it's basketball is just basketball when he's losing, but when he's winning, it's life. Anyways, basketball. Rudy Gobert, what's your grade? What do you think?
It's a collection of stats. It's not even just his own. It's just the way that he was able to get everyone open. The screen assists, like where he's helping Ant get off the ball where the double team's coming. They even switched up the coverage where they put a small on Gobert, and then they would have even a Kogi or something like that on Gobert, and then have the switch be so Kogi's on Ant or something. We got off the ball so well and so fluid, and he's becoming a better passer. Points in the paint, 56-36. Total rebounds, we completely dominated them again, game 1. It's almost like we doubled their output. They went small because they just couldn't even compete with Gobert. They stopped playing Nurkic. It's a sum of all these comments and moments in the game that just pulling this grade. He was cash, man. He was incredible.
He was incredible. He's always incredible. There's been just there's so few games this year
Yeah.
where he's been like below A or cash tier for us. It's insane. Yeah, Rudy is cash. That's what you said, right? Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Wanted to make sure. It's very important. Next up, Jaden McDaniels, who told Booker to look at the scoreboard, and he also called him a couple words that we probably shouldn't say on YouTube. When the refs just let them talk back and forth for like 5 minutes, and then they said, "Okay, fine, we're gonna give you both double. We're gonna do a double tick." Jaden McDaniels played 30 minutes. This is the Jaden stat line of Jaden stat lines here: 5 points, 4 rebounds, an assist, to steal. He had 5 personal fouls, almost ripped his jersey in half. But he was a fantastic defender as usual, bothering everyone. The minute he leaves the game, it's kind of scary because you're like, oh, who's going to step up? I mean, no, stepped up, but you know, this is what we've talked about for the 4 years or whatever that we've done the tier list. Jaden's impossible to grade based off of stats, so you have to base it off of how you feel the game went with him in there. And I mean, I've loved Jaden these playoffs. Maybe Jaden's just a playoff player. I don't know. As the police sirens go off,
Yeah.
they're coming to get Jaden for stealing the Suns' hopes. What's your grade for Jaden?
Sorry, friends at QFC today when I ran into you guys getting their chicken. They're wearing their Nickeil Bridges jerseys, getting hyped.
Everybody in Minnesota's like QFC.
Yeah. Cup foods, whatever. And 5 points doesn't do anything for us, right? But yesterday, there's the last game, there's still kind of ripple effects. They like game plan against Jaden so much so that he couldn't cut. They were pressing on him, so he wasn't able to cut as much as he could. Like there was moments where we could have actually used him for screens to get him off, and then he could cut in. And Ant would have probably made those passes, but we just didn't happen. The game plan tonight wasn't necessarily to get Jaden going. It was just to get action going and run back on D, so then they couldn't get anything going. And Jaden played that role. You know what? Tony Brothers was an asshole. The lightest touches, the actual an offensive foul turned defensive foul to get Jaden into foul trouble early, and it was really, really sad and depressing and obvious. Like you're showing your hand, NBA, and we persevered through all of it. And honestly, like I would rip my jersey, I would be fucking pissed off, and I would punch through something, a cushioned wall, of course, and because I wasn't able to play after an insane game, a Herculean game like that, game 2. You were unable to let me play. It was crazy. This is like a B-like performance because he played his role exceptionally well, and I think he endured a lot of nonsense throughout the game, especially with Booker. And a B above him. So whatever that is.
Yeah, it's tricky with the fouls because it's just Jaden gets the worst foul treatment ever, even though he is now being regarded. It's like maybe we need this playoffs just so people can understand that he's a good defender, and then they start giving him more like allow him more physicality as the games go on and seasons go on. But it's like, well, that can't happen if we have Tony Brothers calling every single ticky-tack foul that he sees on Jaden McDaniels. So, but yes, I agree. It's a B for Jaden. By the way, brief intermission. We're about halfway through, probably. Well, maybe not halfway, but if you haven't already, pinned link. This is where if you want to take part in the tier list on by yourself, you can click there, go there, fill it out real quick, and then compare to us. So, anyways, also like the stream. All right. Minnesota Mike is up next. Get my stats back here. I'm clicking all over the place today. Minnesota Mike.
Can we talk about the Vikings for a second? Oh, no. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about JJ McCarthy?
Yeah, that was a pretty special day for Vikings, right? And Vikings fans, we kind of got an exceptional defensive stud and like the quarterback of our future.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's a great day for the Vikings, but you're gonna have to tune into Vikings After Dark for that analysis.
If you have any other comments, go ahead. But that's the man of the future for the Vikings, the at the helm, right? The one who can run off of I can't even talk football. I'm sorry. Who can run out and throw with accuracy, and can and takes a snap right at the he doesn't have to be on shotgun, right? Conley has a lot of just embedded just tactics in the game where he doesn't actually have to take over. He doesn't have to do anything special. He runs efficient offense. He runs our game plan. He doesn't deter or improv, but there are moments where JJ McCarthy's going to have to spin out and try to find the open man, and Conley has to spin out and take the shot himself and take over because Cat's getting guarded or Cat's in foul trouble on the bench or Ant is double teamed. Conley, 15 points, 7 assists, a steal, of course, 5 fouls because they have to get everyone in foul trouble tonight. That was so dumb.
Stupid.
3 of 7 from 3. There were so many points in this game early where Conley was the MVP because there was a little bit of a run that could have sparked from Phoenix. Booker started to get a little hot early. He got his mid-range going. KD was early. He was all right. And Conley was he squashed any of that. He quelled any sort of potential run from Phoenix. So much so that we had our lead and we never left it. We never relinquished it. When it was a 3-point game, 4-point game, boom, a Conley bucket. And it was sensational. He doesn't have to do this for us on a nightly basis, but at moments he's going to be asked to and required to take over the game, and he does it in this moment in his own way. And I think this is an A, if not a B+.
I think it's an A for sure. I want everybody in chat to help me out with something. So Mike Conley, obviously fantastic game tonight. We're going to get to Na in a little bit. Obviously a fantastic game for Na. Can somebody remind me how many points the player we traded for Na and Mike got the other day?
What did he get yesterday?
Can somebody in chat tell me how many points, plural, did he get? Somebody has to know. But
it wasn't anyways, 1 point.
Yeah. Just think about that tonight. If we have that one person, thank you, T. Kubler. Why does I can never say your name. Yeah, he was 0 of 7. Goose egg. 0. Correct, Blake. It is Nickeil. Yes. Everybody, thank you. That's how many points D'Lo had. D'Lo was 0 of 7. And we had a combined 31 points from them. And not even just 31 points, because you can get 31 points from players. The impact plays, the leadership, the calm, everything. It's incredible. Meanwhile, we've crowned Conley Minnesota Mike. Oh, it's so true. Man.
They have to reach. They have to put the blame on someone because it can't be LeBron, it can't be AD. By the way, they've been nothings in the fourth quarter for their teams. It's been insane. And
it has been insane.
You have to blame someone, and they have to blame Ham. They have to blame D'Lo. I kind of feel bad for D'Lo, but actually I don't really, because this is who he is, and he wanted out.
Minnesota held him back. Held him back, by the way.
We held him back.
Yeah, and now he's eating snacks on the bench when everybody else is trying to play basketball.
But you saw they were trying to target and attack Mike, and it wasn't flawless in either direction. There were some times where it was actually KD on Mike, or Mike's on KD, or even they even had Nurkic switched on to Mike at one point. But he's able to be out there, and at a point where it's he could be played out of the court, he tells us no. He tells us and shows us he has to be out there because it's an incredible poise and maturity out there, and he just hits threes and he plays the right way. And I don't know, man. I thought the full court pressure even was remarkable from him. I'm sorry, I'm just lecturing. I got to stop doing that. But it's just insane. This deep run is brought to you by Mike Conley. And we're playing for him. We're playing up with him. It's just so much juice is just based off of the fact that he's out there being and he's this old. And by the way, he's younger than Kevin Durant, by the way, by a year. And playing like a spry 36-year-old.
Oh my gosh. Well, he's an A tonight, at least. I'm gonna put him an A.
He's an A.
But it's a solid A. He's always a solid A for us, pretty much. Next, Kyle Anderson. early minutes from Kyle, and then not a ton after that. He had 8 minutes, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. I'll be honest, I didn't necessarily hate what I saw from him out there. But Finch must have because he did not bring him back in. So I don't know. I feel like this is maybe I'm just cutting right to the chase. I just feel like it's a meh. I mean, I feel like I didn't see much from him. I didn't care about much that he did. He had that push shot that worked, and I was like, okay, that's awesome. And then he had like maybe a defensive play or two where I thought that maybe his length was like affecting people, but that was pretty much it. That was kind of the entire time of his 8 minutes out there.
Guys, we're getting 230 plus people here. It's incredible. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do. You do something better than I do. But here I am trying to share it while we're talking about Slow-Mo, who was mostly irrelevant. You know what? Actually, I love this. And actually, I think he understands that he's not necessarily needed. Cat's back. He's healthy. Naz is 6th man of the year. Naz needs to get his time and burn. And Slow-Mo, in the moment where Nah had 5 fouls, Jaden had 4 fouls, he's perfect. He fits in. He plays a little bit of spot minutes here and there, right? And he cannot really hurt us. He can't really hurt us. Right. And we're rooting for him to take over games and play his role. He's just like not where we need him to be. So he's not playing this series. We're going to need him in the Denver series. Knock on wood, we get there with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams are 3-0 against the Lakers and Phoenix. That's insane. By the way, when you started looking at the bracket and like a playoff preview and you just look at the West, you're like, holy crap. And then every team is 3-0. Like, okay. Yeah. So, maybe there was some actual like, merit to being the top half of the bracket, and like top 4, top 5 of the West is actually like much better than the play-in tournament. Like, you can't just limp in and get into the play-in tournament. Like that was only working 1-2 years. And honestly, like that was almost like let's hand it over to LeBron here for a year. And like, I almost think that fucking bubble championship was a fluke. So I'll share that, all my thoughts on that later. Who are we talking about? Exactly.
Yeah. Well, now we're on to Naz. Kyle is done. Naz Reid, where is he? 13 points in 17 minutes. Wow, we only played 17 minutes. I felt like he played more. But anyways,
he was also in foul trouble, man.
He was in foul trouble. He also very early on was struggling again shot-wise, but then he brought it back very strongly after he missed his first 4 shots. He went 5 of 10 from the game. He had 13 points, like I said, only 1 rebound, but hit some shots when we needed them. It wasn't necessarily like an amazing Naz game, but this is this is a 6th man Naz. This is like we take you off the bench and we need you to score a little bit, and he did. Maybe I'm hoping for a little bit more, but like we had a lot of points scored from a lot of people tonight, so those points have to go someplace. And after shooting terribly to begin, it was okay. So I don't know if it's a meh. I kind of want to go higher than a meh because the points felt better to me when he was scoring. So maybe a B. Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's a B, if not an A. I thought he was exceptional defensively. They even called out a 24 possession when they had like a 24 shot clock violation. Oh, yeah. They had a possession where they said, hey, focus on Naz Reid. Naz Reid was everywhere in that possession. He's not known for his defensive intensity, and he's really growing in that role, maturing and like kind of playing slow-mo off the court as a result. When we need defense, we don't have to turn to slow-mo. We can just keep Naz out there, honestly. Welcome to the playoffs, though, Naz. You were not really there the first couple games. And I think that 6th man of the year trophy, dude, bow down. Your cash, you're amazing. This game maybe not the best, but you weren't necessarily needed to take over. You were given your moments, and I thought there was a cool couple drives that you did. And he hit the threes when Ant gave them to him, when he gave him the opportunities. This is a B, if not an A, honestly. It's a B. It's a B.
It's a B. Okay. I'll go with I trust your judgment.
But Crafty Chicken 91, shout out to Chicken. A, because he also gets the Naz Reid factor. Ooh.
See, Crafty Chicken, you bring up a good point.
It's a good point.
That is a great point.
Naz Reid effect.
Naz Reid with the red shoes. I think it's a B.
I like the way
we're gonna go B. No tearflation here tonight. Other than maybe a couple. All right. Next up. Oh boy. Nickeil Alexander Gorilla Nuts Walker.
Kill shot.
I like that. 33 minutes, 16 crucial, amazing, exciting points.
Ooh,
Um,
crucial and
5
exciting.
assists. Yeah. He was a team high plus 23.
That just goes
he
with
was
every game he plays, man.
apparently only 4 of 10, but it felt kind of like 17 of 17. Like that's incredible. I almost thought that was like an error when I was seeing this. But no, the shots he was making in the third, they're just so timely. The timeliness of those buckets to further our lead, and just, I mean, it didn't fully kill him, but boy, were they like mentally gone after he was draining those threes. Just huge momentum plays. I love Nah. I love Nah. He is the key to so many things. Realistically, you could argue he's a sixth man of the year too. But I'm just so excited that Nickeil Alexander-Walker is on our team, and he is going to be a Wolf forever. Yes.
Yeah, we got to keep him forever. Beyond 10, 15 years that he has left in the NBA, we got to keep him in our pockets because, my God, he is changing the landscape of this team. Guys, sometimes you have to play to the lowest common denominator. Like, when you're leading a team, it's not like it's the sum of all your parts, but sometimes it's like the weakest link or whatever is like kind of who you are, like, kind of like bringing into the fold. Sometimes there's no weak link on this team. By the way, he was like a fucking non-factor in all his other teams. He was asked to be an offensive player. He found his actual calling was defense, and he grew into a very, very reliable 3-point shooter. Like, he doesn't do anything astray. He does the role he's asked and given, and he plays with all heart off the bench, cold, like splashes threes. He hit 4 timely threes, especially when Conley got in foul trouble, especially when Jaden was in foul trouble. We didn't have a good offense because Cat was in foul trouble and Ant was double teamed, right? And those cross-court passes to Nah were splashes. They completely gutted the spirit of Phoenix. Because last game was Jaden. The game before was Ant. And then there was a little bit of Cat early in the game, and he took himself out of the game. So they were like, ooh, who's going to take over now? They couldn't predict. They couldn't
Guess what? We have a long list of players, and Nah was the one tonight. He was the one.
They have to heavily rely on their big three, right? And because there's like 4 players in double figures on their end, Eric Gordon like splashes into 11 points here, but they have to rely so hard on their big three. And their big three does the exact same goddamn thing where you say, hey, first quarter was Booker, second quarter was KD, and fourth quarter was Beal. Like, they can only do that. They can't all spread the wealth. There's only one goddamn ball, and they have to play those positions where they found one mismatch. Let's run it for the rest of the quarter because that's all they can do. And yeah, Booker played really aggressively and kind of like decently in the first quarter. He was nowhere to be found for the rest of the game. KD took really tough shots and made tough shots all game long, but he wasn't really anywhere. He's just old.
Yeah.
And they had to play him at the 5. And then like we're playing Gobert, we're playing Naz, we're playing all these players that are bigger and stronger than him. Of course, like the crap that would happen in the beginning of the series, the beginning of the game where we're in foul trouble, like that 17 free throws in the first quarter stopped. We only had like 10 free throws left in the rest of the game for them. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I just as you're talking and you're making me realize, like, we just came into this series. I came into this series thinking this is the worst possible matchup, and how it has completely changed to now people are talking, and myself even thinking, like, we are the perfect wrong matchup for the Suns. Like, it's not close. Like, they have to find an answer for Gobert, and they're trying to put KD at the center. Like, they're putting in Bol. Like, they're like, maybe we need to play Bol and Isaiah Thomas, and it's like they're reaching to the depths to try to figure out something to beat the Timberwolves.
Dude, they zoomed in on Matt Ishbia, and they like for like a solid 30 seconds. They zoomed in on James Jones twice, just like right to his fucking nostrils, and they were just like, "Yeah, this is the team that you built." Right. Meanwhile, we traded D'Lo to get Nah and Conley and are thriving.
And by the way, like 3 or 4 second round picks in that too, that we get, which is like insane value. Yeah, this is insane. Anyways, back to Nah. He's easy cash. I know he's only 4 of 10, but those shots were too gut wrenching for the Suns. I feel like this is just the easiest cash grade we've ever had of all time.
Dude, this is great. I want whatever Na is doing, whatever Na has done to himself to improve his game, to be like not just an afterthought, not just a throw in a trade. Like he's going to be like, what? I don't know. But he's just going to be asked to do this on the regular now. There's no way to go back from this. I hope he's on our team for the rest of his career, but he could be starting on any goddamn team in the league right now. I want 50 cc's of what Na injected himself every morning for the rest of my life. I want that too.
I think we all do. All right.
This is a cash game. This is a cash game. He was incredible.
Yep. He's in there. Baby Mac also was one of the players that did not play tonight, so we will skip him.
Yep.
But we love you. Leonard did well. He came in for like 10 seconds, right? Yep. Monte Morris.
Oh, sure. Like, meh. Move on.
Yeah, that's fine. Meh. And Finch. Okay. Well, it's always hard, doing coaches based off of like one game at a time. But the couple things that I did notice, I mean, one, obviously, in just the series in general, he's made the adjustments. He's motivated the team. And, we kind of hinted at it last time. I said this on stream, or maybe it was in the Discord. Shout out the Discord. But like, I just had a feeling that Finch and the team were going to be very motivated to try to steal this third game, because that doesn't clinch it, obviously, but it seriously, I mean, it's hard when you've won this many games in the season and you have the team that you have. It's very hard to envision the Timberwolves losing 4 of the next, however, like 4 games. Like we would have to lose 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that happening. 2 of those games are at home. That's not happening. But to nitpick on a couple of things, late in the fourth quarter, the team, and maybe this is the players and not Finch, but like, again, kind of everything, what is it? The buck stops with the coach or whatever. But like, there's these moments of like, we're just trying to like take the air out of the basketball and we're not playing aggressive and we're just kind of like letting the clock run, getting a bad shot or just missing. And then Phoenix goes down in 2 seconds, pulls a 3 and cash. It's like that game, don't love that. And I don't know if that's a Finch thing. I don't know if that's just the players getting tired. I mean, Ant was bringing up the ball a lot, and Ant had played the entire second half, by the way. Did not take a break at all in the second half, which I don't know if that's ever happened for Ant. But so understandably tired. I will say there was a lot of stoppages due to like timeouts, TV timeouts, and like challenges. So I feel like they should have been okay, and they shouldn't have to be like worrying about how tired they are in the fourth. But that's my nitpicking. But in general, I mean, like, obviously good timeouts again tonight. And he's just leading this team to victory. He's just leading the team to victory. I've been critical of him this season, but this is like, I mean, this is where coaches are made.
Yeah. This is an absolute W. Finch over Vogel. I'm not going to like really pout or say anything negatively about Vogel. I think the team is what he had to deal with, and they're a new team. They are a new assembled team, a new coach, and a new system, having to prove themselves in a wild case of you must or you can't. Like it's like a blow up, or it's like they have to blow it up now. Like they can't do this again next year, because they're getting played off the court just like this. They can't have this on repeat because it's going to happen. OKC is going to be better. Denver's going to be better. We're going to be better. Dallas is like thriving right now. You know what I mean? So they can't just roll it back. All right. Something's got to change. Finch, this game was ugly. This game was so awful in the sense that it was so mucked up with an 8-on-5 type of mentality where the refs were just calling anything against us. And we persevered. And he managed the fouls well. And he took Cat out when he got his third, and he had to juggle the Jaden and Nam minutes because they were also getting into foul trouble, but they're so mandatory to be out there when, Katie, Beal, and Booker out there. He did it so well. And I think he also, I would have been, if I was coach, I'd be like, hey, guards, get in there. Like every big had foul trouble. And I was like, I got to go over to more bigs. And he was like, no, we're going to stick with who we have. And like, we're not going to, we're going to play to the fact that our strengths are going to, win out, and in these like endurance games, like they're not going to call the same way the whole way. And so like he bet on himself, he bet on that idea and mentality and won out. This is an A game from Finch.
I agree. I think it's an A. Super solid. I mean, I've been so happy with Finch these playoffs. I mean, it's hard to be upset with the coach when you're up 3-0.
Well, it's great. But yeah, it's crazy, right? Like they had this game plan of hitting 43s apparently, or taking 43s today, and they didn't get anywhere near that. And I think they took like 10 or 11 the first quarter, and then they didn't make one until the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter, they had a Kogi, like a Kogi's making threes, and like then they had 3 from Beal or something. So like that was it. And if that's how they get going, boom, insert Ant. That 3-point shot was done. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was hoping you would talk until the sirens were done.
No, I heard him, so I had to stop talking.
Yeah, I know. You stopped immediately. Cool. That's everybody. TJ Warren didn't play. I do have a couple clips for the way out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
Well, what you can do, though, real quick, is go to total results and see what everyone else did.
Oh, that's right. Yes, let's do total results. Let's not just waste everybody's time and do
31 people did it. That's awesome. That's our
31 people, 331 votes. That's crazy. Okay, total results. How is this different from ours? Let's look at ours. Okay, so Finch is up in cash. Yeah, I mean, this is all looking pretty similar. Looks like, is Mike a little bit different? No, Mike's the same.
Naz went
up.
Okay,
so it's pretty similar. And
or
then
Naz
most votes. Down. Oops. Whoa. Did I just switch that?
I don't know.
Most votes. And yep, still got all the same top guys. Average. Towns. Maybe moved. Was he up in no, he wasn't. Well, interesting.
Alrighty.
It's all pretty much the same. Nobody's below meh tonight. A lot of A's, a lot of cashes, a lot of B's. That's feeling good. I mean, that's what should happen when you win. Amazing.
Cool.
Well, we got some fun clips here. I'm not going to play the music so that we don't.
I just want to repeat. It's 1:30 in the morning for most of you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Seriously,
we're 3-0, baby.
We are 3-0.
We're 3-0.
3-0 on the brink of moving to the second round of the playoffs. Oh, God. Ashwin, imagine if we went back to our streams 3 years ago and told ourselves, you're going to be confidently going into the second round of the playoffs. With a chance.
I would unsubscribe from our show. Like that was not happening.
Yeah, we were at the depths. We were not in a good spot.
We lost by 50 to Milwaukee, and we're like, let's do a show after that.
Rob Perez edited this. Anyways, here we go. Oh, it didn't play. There we go. Oh, it is playing the music.
Ready.
I'm going to turn the music off.
Oh. Why? Oh.
This is some inappropriate stuff, but
I'd rather hear with the music.
Well, I think the music will ban us.
Okay.
Also, I guess LED warning. Oh, it replayed. I see.
All right.
Are you're familiar with WWF, right? And DX or no?
I know what Triple H is, yeah.
You know what Triple H is, I see.
I was wondering if Ant knew who Triple H was when he was doing that. It was like a very sexual gesture.
Oh my gosh.
And from the side, it's even more gestural. What was that girl doing in there? And she was like wagging her finger.
I didn't see that. Amazing. Wow. Well, you know, one other thing that I was going to say, I can't remember. I think I saved the comment from somebody. Yes, Crone. Shout out Crone, by the way. They did have an extra day off in between game 2 and 3. Actually, they had a game off in between. They had 2 days off between game 1 and 2, 2 days off between game 2 and 3, and now only 1 day off in between game 3 and 4. I actually think in some ways the schedule of this and whoever decided the schedule is a huge factor in why the Wolves are where they are. Think of this. A defensive team that exerts a lot of energy on defense, they're going to love having 2 days off in a row so that they can just go ham on game day. And for shooters, they don't want to be taking multiple days off in between games because they want to stay hot, they want to stay in rhythm. So this benefits a defensive team to have multiple days off in between games. I think that there's some merit to that. And if there is, we're going to see a loss on Sunday, and and then we're back home on Monday. Or wait, what day? No, Tuesday. On Tuesday. Did I say Monday? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, guys, game on Sunday night. It is looking like it's another late game, right? Yeah,
it's a late game.
Like it's 8:30 p.m. Central.
That's wild.
But we could clinch on Sunday in 4. Wolves in 4. That's insane. I cannot believe I'm saying that. In some sick ways, I'm like, it would be fun to have it go back to Target Center. That would be awesome. Have fans celebrate. I want to have this done because now what we need to hope for is I'm sorry to say this, but we have to root for the Lakers because we want the Lakers to make Denver play as many games as possible. And we want to just take care of business in Phoenix. And if that can happen, we have extra days off, even more rest. I think that'd be a good thing for us. So, wow. Well,
they've exhausted everything. They can do nothing. Their game 4 has to be a repeat of game 3, and we just saw what happened in a game 3. They tried to muck it up.
Was that their best game? Was game 3 their best game? I don't even know.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I think it's their best game.
We blew them out the gym game 1. It was a tight contest, but we slowly kind of just killed their confidence in game 2. Built a 20-point lead or whatever. We built the exact same game basically the exact same floor plan for the game in game 3, but there was a heavy dosage of ref influence in this game, really mucking this game up. I'm expecting a very, very dejected, apathetic crowd. By the way, there was no crowd today. I couldn't hear them. It was an away game, and we basically completely just shushed them out of the gym. It was crazy. And so I'm going to expect the exact same on Sunday. And they're going to try to be loud, but they're going to be loud for 5 minutes, just like KD. And then, just sit on the bench. My expectations are we are going to sweep. This is not going back to Minnesota.
I kind of think the same. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's so obvious that they're crushed right now. I mean, they're arguing on the court with each other. Beal is arguing with who is it? Eubanks, and they're getting bad at Nurkic at times. They're the other game, Booker's calling out to his team and he's saying talk, and it's we're saying that in the playoffs. This is the playoffs. Why aren't we taking this seriously? And that maybe should have been enough of an alarm to be hey, the Suns are just totally not there. And I kept, the pessimist and the Timberwolves fan, the previous Timberwolves fan in me, it always is going to eat at me and make me not believe. But this team is on a run at a good time.
Cameron, how can you not believe now? It doesn't actually matter if we, right now, expectations we're building something.
Mm-hmm.
Cat goes down. We have to kind of lower our expectations. We aren't playing to the best of ability, but we were the number 1 seed in the West all season long, exceeding expectations, right? Exceeding all of mine. But then with the Cat injury and the tough draw, apparently didn't expect it to go 3-0 or whatever. We're okay, it'd actually be cool to get 1 series, get a couple wins. Even you were let's just not get swept, in a weird way. Now we're on the brink of winning a series. Are we comfortable enough with just winning 1? We're talking about growth and progress, and even Ant said in postgame, he's never done anything before. He's just getting through the first series for his first time. Could we get all the way? Could we go there? Or would that be wishful thinking? And we have to, kind of be present in what's in front of us and just take this game one at a time, and whatever progress ends up happening is a win for us.
I feel like it's possible. I know we again, assuming we win the series, which we're going to win the series.
We're up against Denver.
We're up against Denver.
I like our chances.
It's maybe the worst one that we could go against. But
I love our chances
You're right.
against Denver.
yeah, but against everyone else, I'd choose almost any other team. But how, like, what team has said that we were the toughest to play? Denver. What team have we beaten? Denver. So I think it's possible. And I think that if we come with fight, this is the thing. Last year in the playoffs, we won only one game. We had a lot of fight against them almost every game. But guess who we didn't have? We didn't have Naz and we didn't have Jaden. So without those two, I mean, that's a huge difference. And it is showing so far in this year's playoffs. And if we can have that, I think it's possible. I think it is possible. And if it is, you and me got to get our flights to Minneapolis
Ain't
booked.
nothing but mammals. Don't worry about it.
I won't. Well, oh, okay.
Mason sticking gentleman sweep.
Before this game, when I was kind of in my head thinking a little bit optimistic, I was like, you know what, maybe it will be a gentleman's sweep and we'll just go back to Minneapolis. I almost don't think the Suns are going to last out of Phoenix. Like, I don't think they're going to make it. I think tonight was too soul crushing for them. And tomorrow, if they meet any resistance, I think it's just over. I just think it's over. They're mentally gone. They're mentally weak. I mean, it's insane. Did I say tomorrow? Sunday. But
I mean, I understand what you mean.
well, I guess it is tomorrow for people in Minnesota. But man, yeah, it's
Discovery Channel Wolves special. That's amazing.
damn, Sam. I remember you. I remember that profile picture. Welcome back. Maybe you've just been lurking, but
Good night, Anthony.
yes. Good night, Wad. Well, everybody, I appreciate you all tuning in. Game 4, the clinching game on Sunday night, late night again. So we'll be here. While you're on your way out, leave a like on the stream. Didn't get to 100 likes. We got to 71. That's pretty dang good. Yeah, it's been a minute. Built since there we go. Are you Samurai? Is that who you are?
Oh, I bet you that's what
I'm
it
like
is.
remembering names. I could be wrong. Spoon. You're not Samurai. You're somebody else. I can't remember. Maybe I don't know. You
He's
are Samurai.
Yeah,
wow,
good
look
name.
at my
Good
memory. Hey,
Wow,
one
shout out to
memory.
memory.
Wow, shout out memory. Amazing. Okay. Spoon, Anthony Hall says, okay, well, it seems like that's gonna happen. Cool. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you all. Make sure you join the Discord, where we have all the fun conversations. Timberwolves are on the brink of sweeping the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. And Bol Bol.
And Bol. We both said it at the same time, dude.
We did. I can't believe it. This is amazing. This is exciting.
Yes, Sam.
Make sure you enjoy.
We're guilt tripping our
Make
fans.
make sure you enjoy this time, guys. This is special. We're having a lot of positivity here, talking about the next series and even next further series. But regardless of what happens, guys, this is good. This is fun.
One hell of a ride.
It
Yeah,
certainly
I'm
has.
kind of like with K Brewers in the sense that, like, hey, win or lose against Denver, I'm like on such a high. I've never felt this way before. I'm going to be frustrated if we lose a series, but I'm going to be like, hey, man, we've made progress. We've found success, and we can build off of that next year. Conley gets older, but we get better. We get wiser. We get smarter.
Yeah.
We just get more mentally mature. It's going to be incredible.
And to answer your question from earlier, where you were like, yeah, is winning one series good enough? And it's like, I mean, my answer is yes. I think if we move on in the playoffs, that is enough to show that this team is successful and something worth building and continuing. And we've got a core. It's solid. So, well, before we go, I did want to give a special thanks, Eric. Oops, I did Crone first. Eric, thank you again for the 5 gifted. Seriously, appreciate ya. Crone, same to you. 5 gifted. Ryan with the $2 sweep. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you all. Incredible time to be a Timberwolves fan. go enjoy all that content online. There's going to be a ton of it tonight. We were on ESPN, so they're going to be talking about it all night. Watch the replays. Also, if you're a sicko like me, get on League Pass. Watch the Suns broadcast. Watch the Suns broadcast. And just have a ball. Because in game 1, they were talking about Anthony Edwards talking about how he shoots off the glass like nobody else does. They clearly don't watch any of the Suns. He must be playing too many video games. You're 3-0'd. Good night.
Okay.
So,
say it with your Wolves After Dark chest.
Say it with your Wolves After Dark chest. Wad gang. Anyways, I am done talking. Like the stream, subscribe to the stream. We do this after every single game, and we're going to obviously do this after every single game going forward. Let's do it. Enjoy this time, everybody. Go watch some film. Oops, sorry. I accidentally hit a comment and then whatever. 13 more wins.
13 more wins.
13 more. 16 wins is still possible. Intro as the outro. We will see you Sunday night. See ya.
McDaniels.